And we are recording. Good. Okay, so for those of you watching on the recorded version, we have got a long, strong rubber band for the roll downs. We've got all the head cushions today, small, medium, large, whichever ones you've got. Something to stretch your legs as well. And we're mainly going to be doing mat work. So I think the plan is to be doing some upper body stuff today, but as ever, it normally deviates and turns into something else. So we'll start with that thought and we'll see where we end up. So if you want to start with your feet together, so very gently touch in, let your toes spread out onto the floor, and should we close our eyes from here first of all, and just let the toes relax out, and just think about the big toe touching the floor. See if you can get the second, third, fourth and fifth toes to gently spread out and just actually feel the floor underneath the feet. Think about the feet relaxing. Our poor feet that we are on all day long, we don't give them much thought, and we just see if we can let them gently relax and be aware of where your weight is through your feet as well. So while your feet are gently relaxing into the floor underneath you, think of a long line extending up from your ankles through your knees and your hips, and then coming up through the back of your ribs, through your shoulder blades, coming up long and tall through the back of your head, and see if you can gradually grow a little bit taller. Think about any tension draining away from the body, and as you do so, it's just allowing you to grow up a little bit taller. So from here, we're going to keep jaw and neck relaxed. You're going to gently shrug your shoulders towards your ears, hold them there, and then as you release them, just feel the sense of letting go around your shoulders. You're going to make a fist and squeeze your hand together. So you're going to make a tight fist, squeeze, feel the tension through your forearms, your upper arms even, maybe even your chest. And then as you let go, just feel your arms getting light and relaxed and let them flop so the shoulders are down away from your ears. Okay, you're now going to squeeze your bum muscles, tense your glutes, and tense your thigh muscles at the front as well. So tighten all the muscles around your thighs and even feel it into your lower tummy a little bit. And then as you let go, just feel the sense of relaxation down into your thighs, into your knees. And then those relaxed feet for a second, we're going to grip the floor with the toes. See if you can get the big toe and the little toe and all the other toes to grip into the floor, and then release again. So just that general sense of relaxation through the whole body. And then come back and redraw that line through your ankles, your hips, the back of your ribs, your shoulders, and up through the top of the neck. And we're going to breathe in through the side and back of the ribs. And then on the breath out, we're just thinking about the long line being up tall and strong, but relaxed, and holding that position with as little effort as possible. So we've got ourselves into a really nice, tall, strong posture, but at the same time, we're doing it with our body using as little effort as possible. And all the big muscles that we've been tightening up are now nice and floppy. So from here, you can slowly open your eyes, turn your toes out and bring your heels out. And we're going to start waking up the upper body. So press your hands backwards to the middle, glide your shoulders up and back down. Press back to the middle, glide up and down. Press back to the middle, glide up and down. We try and add in a neck turn on your next one. So as you press back, you're going to turn to the left, back to the middle. So we turn as you press your hands backwards, come back to the middle, glide up and down. So turn, release, up and down, turn, release, up and down. Keep it going. So pressing back, pressing back. One more. Press back, and to the other side, press back, and to the middle. Good. Upper back stretch. So we're going to roll the shoulders backwards this time. I'm going to stretch my palms away. Any wrist or shoulder problems, you can keep your palms facing you. It might be a little bit easier. And then gently rolling down, chin coming down towards your chest. Breathing in at the bottom of the movement. And then as you breathe out, you're going to scoop your arms forward. And we're going to control the ribs, looking forward and stretching your arms up above your head. Breathing in at the top, and then as you breathe out, circle your arms back round, and we're going to repeat. So roll the shoulders backwards, stretching away, rolling down. Pause at the bottom. So chins towards the chest, and we're just gently rounding through the upper shoulders to the kind of middle of your shoulder blades. And on your out breath, scooping up, control the ribs, look forward, breathing in at the top. And then as you breathe out, circle back round and repeat. So roll backwards, stretch out, breathing in, and then breathe out, scoop up, and then come round, roll backwards, one more, so stretching away, breathing in, and then breathing out to circle up, coming up, and then relax the shoulders at the top, and then circle round, come back to the middle, give your arms a shake. Good. Okay, so side bends, we're going to soften the knees, and then straighten, maybe just do one or two of those first of all, just weight the ankles up, let the knees bend. So on the way up, you're going to tighten through your glutes and tighten through your quads. Now this time we're going to add in the side bend. So you're going to let your right hand, as you soften your knees, right hand slides down, and then we come up to the top. So right arm floppy, looking up towards your middle finger on your left side. And then gently look down and away, just to stretch through the neck. Circle across 3 times, 2, 3, and back up and out 3 times. And then we slowly reverse to the other side. So pause first of all, let your left arm relax, looking up towards your middle finger, look down and away, circle across 3 times, and back up and out 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then reverse again. So at the top, relax your shoulders away from your ears, glancing up towards your middle finger, look down and away, circle across, back up and out. Okay, and repeat. We do one more to this side. So pause at the top, relax your shoulders, just check your toes are relaxed as well. Look down and away, circle across, back up and out, and then slowly stack your vertebrae back up to come in standing. Okay, working down towards the lower body, we're going to stay with the small knee bends and float your arms level with your shoulders. So hands not up here, hands just to the middle. From the side, it's as if you're against the wall behind you and you're just slowly sliding back. So we're not coming into our squat, and then pull back up. At the top, squeeze your glutes, tense your thighs, control the ribs, and then repeat. So soften, and then straighten. Soften, and then straighten, and repeat. So really waking the ankles up, just waking the knees up as well. And then we're going to add in the heel lifts. So we'll start with the left heel, so lift, press down. And the right, press down. Now, as you press the heel down, think about tensing through your bum on that side. So tense and back, tense. Heel lift, press down, heel lift, press down. Okay, and then we're going to add in a double heel lift. So we're going to go left, right, both, press down. Left, right, both, press down. Left, right, both, press down. Left, right, and then we're going to hold it at the bottom. Both, hold. So working on your balance here, and we're going to add in 5 arm reaches. Dodgy shoulders, you can press your arms down and back to the middle. Otherwise, we're lifting up above your head, back to the middle. I drop my arms a bit low then. 4 and 5. Okay, keep your arms there. Press the heels down, stand up tall. Circle your arms round. Give your arms and legs a shake. Good. Okay, so side, what we're going to do. Let's go for the side lunges. I like those. So two versions. If you've got a towel or something, you can use your small head cushion. It will depend a little bit. Oops, just dropped on my towels. It will depend a little bit on what you're stood on. I can use a towel on this surface, and we're going to gently soften the knees and straighten this leg out to the side, and then come back in for the side lunge. Okay. Now, if it doesn't work on wherever you are, then you can go into skaters, where we turn our toes out, we soften the knees, taking your weight over one side, keeping your hips forward, and just try and extend. Oh, get my balance. Bad demonstration. Come back out and then back in. And on this one, you can keep your weight just on the one leg. So that's the skater. Otherwise, with the side lunge, if it works for you, we're going to have your hands forward. We're sliding this leg out. Now on this one, the knee stays straight. The foot stays straight. Your headlights stay forward. Your kneecaps over your second or third toe, and then we pull back in. Slight correction, this foot is meant to be straight. So don't worry how low you go. See if you can just get the technique right first of all. On the way up, we're up tall, tightening your glutes. So if it helps, you can have your hands in kind of Johnny Wilkinson position, and then back up. So again, don't worry how low you go, but if you're confident with this one, then you can start to go a little bit lower. I'm just going to show you from the side on this one. So from the side, it's a slight, it's almost like, although we call it a lateral lunge, it's a slight squat. So your bum's coming back over your heels, and then we pull back in at the top to squeeze your glutes. So sliding out. And remember, the kneecaps not to come over the front toe, so we keep the weight back over your heel and then pull back in. Let's do 3 more of whichever version you're on. So I'll show you one on the lateral lunge, and then for those of you doing skaters, I'll just demonstrate. So from here, we can come out and then back in and out and then back in. Okay, so change sides. So I'll demonstrate the skater first and the lateral lunge. So skater, plie position, headlights forward, taking my weight on my right side and slide, and then back. Headlights forward, keeping up tall. Slide. You can either have your foot slightly off the floor or tapping the floor on either way. Lateral lunge, feet forward. Johnny Wilkinson arms, sitting back. So my left leg here is straight, my toes are forward, my headlights are forward, not rotating back. Pull back in. I'm trying to keep my weight over this leg. So actually at the bottom, my weight is mainly on my stance leg. So I could tap my toes just about if I wanted to, and then come back up. Okay, remember, keep your bum back over your heels. And really don't worry, if you're doing a very small version, it's a great exercise, there's a lot going on. So even here and back, particularly any dodgy knees, just keep it small. Okay, 3 more. 1, back in. 2, back in. 3, back up. Good. Okay, give your legs a shake while I put my towel away and pick my other ones up. Okay, right. So let's go a little bit of balance as ever. We're going to go for the one leg lean. Let me move my mat. So we're going to get your balance on your left leg with your right knee forward and your hands pressed backwards. And I'll show you this one from the side. So balance exercise to start off with. Imagine you've got a book balanced on your head, and we're just going to keep the book still and just switch your arms and your leg, okay? So if you know you're wobbly, if you know your balance is something that you that challenges you, shall we say, and that you want to work on it, then this is your, and it might be tiny movements you're doing, this is your first level, okay? So just working on here is challenging me already. If you're okay and you want to progress it, we're going to add in the forward lean. So long through your toes, long through your fingertips, and then on the way back up, use your glutes on the way up. And we're going to do 5 more, and each one, if you want to, you can try and lean into it a tiny bit further. 2, 3, 4, oh, lost it. Last one. My calf is starting to burn up. Okay, and back up. Good. Okay. Woof. Give that leg a bit of a shake. That's normally my better balance size, so I've not got much hope on this one. Let's change sides. So I might join you for the easy version this one. So press your hands back, lift your knee forward. Imagine the book is balanced on your head, and we're slowly going to switch from your arms and your leg. As we change from one side to the other. And then we're going to start to add in, if you want to, the forward lean. Okay, and we're going for 4 more. I've gone quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. 2, 3, 4, last one. And then back up. Good. Okay, give your legs a shake. Let's go into the calf stretch from there. So left leg forward, right leg back. You can't see my front foot, but I promise you it's straight forward. My back foot is straight forward as well. Headlights forward. Long line from your top of your head all the way to the back of your heel. And then we bring in your hands and gently side bend away. And now you've got the second line from your middle fingers all the way through to the back of your heel. And then back to the middle and change legs. So feet forward on their train tracks. Take your left heel back, long line from the top of your head to your heel. We're going to reach up and then gently side bend away. then come back to the middle. Okay, going to add in our standing quad stretch. So if you want to hold on to something, that's fine. If you need a towel or a band or something around your shin to bring into this position, then do so. Okay, otherwise if your knees are okay, you can bring your heel towards your bottom and then push your hips to the front, controlling your ribs, control your pelvis. And on this one, remember, you want a tiny bit of daylight between your knees, and then push the hips forward, so we're looking for a stretch over the front of the thigh. For those of you who are supple there, you can bring your heel into your bottom, and then slowly down. Okay, so repeating to the other side. Pushing your hips forward, and then bringing the thigh backwards, keeping up tall. And then slowly release. Good. Okay, so roll down today. We're going to do 2 roll downs. So straight line, heels, bum, head and shoulders, velcro back against the wall. Breathing in to prepare. Let the arms relax. And we're going to really relax into it. So think about how we let everything go at the start when your eyes were closed. And this is just going to be as effortless as possible, smoothly coming down. Aim is to let go of any tension. And then at the bottom we can add in small arm circles. And reverse them. Okay, focus on the breathing through the side and back of your rib cage, and on your next out breath you're going to scoop your pelvis back underneath you, restack the spine one level at a time. So 2 hand variations, either palms low or palms up to shoulder height. Either way, your shoulders are going to be down away from your ears, nose nodded down, ribs controlled, and you can gently try and bring your palms back a bit further if you're comfortable through the shoulders, and then lifting the breastbone gently up towards the sky. Again here, just check your neck is fairly neutral and not lifting nose all the way back up to the ceiling. Okay, so out breath here, you can let your arms extend and your palms floppy, so long but relaxed, front of the chest and shoulders relaxed. And then next out breath into roll down number 2. Coming down to where you're comfortable. Reverse your arms. And then when you're ready, slowly coming down towards the mat. So coming down onto the mat. And we're going to start in sitting actually. So let me just change my view. So again, just a reminder for those of you who don't like the sitting work too much, you can do it sat on a chair. And we're going to start here. We're going to be rolling backwards, scooping down, and then coming back up. You can also do the obliques in this position as well. So if you want to do it sat on a chair, feel free. Otherwise, we're going onto the floor, onto the mat. Okay, so just remember, if you're sitting on a cushion or a block, make sure that your bum's comfortably on it, so when you are rolling back, you might do the first one with your hands down. When you are rolling back, that you're not falling backwards off the block. For any of you building up to the full roll down, you can't really do that on a block. you would need to be comfortable doing on the floor. So we're going to work at the level that you're happy with, okay? So once you're on the floor, you're going to hug your knees and stretch up tall first of all. I should say, you kind of, if those of you are going to use a band, you want that handy. Stretching up tall and then slouching down. And again, stretching up tall. Shoulders away from your ears. And then slouching down. And then one more. So obviously we're kind of working against gravity here. So when you're holding your knees, your arms are helping against gravity. So we've got feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Then when we let go of the arms, it's your torso's, your trunk, your core's job now to work against gravity. So just first of all, lift your shoulders to your ears, bring your shoulders away from your ears, stretch your arms forward, bring your shoulders back to the middle. See if you can grow a little bit taller through the top of your head, and we're going to go for the roll down. So breathing into prayer, as we breathe out, we're rolling backwards, and then hands drop towards the knees, chin towards your chest, scoop forward, and then restack the vertebrae up tall. So breathe into prayer, breathe out, and then breathe in to come back up. Exhale to come back. Inhale to come up tall, and repeat. So try and focus on your feet and your knees staying hip width apart. Trying to keep relaxed through the front of your hips, which is the hard bit. So some of you, I know your hip flexors tend to try and do a lot of the work in this position. You get tight up through your hips. 2 more, then we'll have a little break. 1 and 2. Okay, so hug your knees. First little stretch. Right leg out straight. Just rotate the leg inwards and outwards to move through the hip. Release the hip. Small knee bounce as well. And then leaning forward into a hamstring stretch through the back of the leg. Come back and repeat on the other leg. So with the toes back, we're just going to gently roll the hip inwards and outwards. Knee bounce. And then leaning forward into the stretch as if we're coming down towards your toes. And then back to the middle. So for those of you who want to try with a band, again, it needs to be a strong band, and you need to have it quite tight. So maybe just pull on the band first of all and check that your band's not perished at all, because we don't want it snapping midway. That would not be good. So you can see my arms are bent only because I've got the band on a bit of tension. And if you haven't done these before, stick with the version we've just done, okay? So work at your own level. So I'll demonstrate first. So I'm going to breathe into prayer. As you breathe out, I'm going for the roll back, and at this point my elbows are now straightening. And then my arms are straight, so that here the band's on quite a lot of tension, and it supports me on the way back down. As I breathe out, the band is on tension, and it's just helping me come up to this position. That was a bad demonstration, actually. I need a bit more tension on the band. So, breathing into prayer. As you breathe out, coming backwards. And then as you breathe out, rolling upwards and coming back up. I'm not getting on very well with the band here, actually. I think I'm better without it. So, breathing out again, rolling back down, and then on the way up, curling chin towards your chest, and then coming back up. So I think I was relying a bit too much on the band then and not actually engaging my core as I come up. So work at that level. I'm going to do it without the band. So some of you, if you're confident, will be able to roll back down here, and then with the arms forward, coming back up to that position, hard bit is just about here. So if I do it super slow, you tend to get a bit stuck. So there's a little bit of momentum needed just at that point. But if there's too much and you're really jerking back up, then it's going to be a bit too hard for you. So work either with the band or at the previous level. Okay, we're going to do 2 more, whichever level you're working on. Remember, all of these should be completely pain-free. And then come back up to the top, hug your knees, stretch one leg out, and a little stretch again. So rotations, knee bend, and then leaning forward into your hamstring stretch. If you've got something handy that you can put around your toes, then you can stretch that way. Or some of you will be grabbing your toes comfortably. And then repeat. So rotation, knee bounce, hamstring stretch, or toe grab for those who can. And then back to the middle. Okay, so let's do a set of obliques as well. So arms out, breathing in to prepare. This time we pull one elbow back and come forward on my mat a little bit actually. So pull one elbow back, so long through your front arm, pulling back through your elbow. Chest is turning towards the side and the elbow is following. So there we're pulling back with the elbow. Really think of turning through the chest. Halfway, so you've got 5 left. 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one. Good, coming back up to the middle. Hug your knees, sitting up tall. And then we're going to slowly come back onto the floor. And we're going to do a little bit of ab work before we go into our upper body work. So coming into your rest position first of all. So small head cushion in place for this one. So we're going to do a couple of sets of crunchies and a couple of sets of obliques just to start working around our core. So feet hip width apart. Hand position for your crunchies, either hands down or behind your head. Breathing in to prepare. Shoulders away from your ears as you breathe out. Imaginary apple between your chin and your chest as ever. Ribs sliding towards the pelvis. And we're just going to go for 12 to start off with. So I think we've got 8 left. Really trying to get the movement through your middle. So it's fine to feel your upper abs on this one. That's the muscle that's pulling you forward. Okay, last couple. I've lost count, so I'm going to do one more for luck. Okay, good, coming back. So into your obliques, we go right hand behind your head, left hand can be long down by your side, fingertips hovered off the floor. Breathing in to prepare, breathe out, curling up and across, breathing in till you come back down. We're going to do 10 to either side. So next couple, keep your shoulders, your jaw, and the front of your neck relaxed. Check you're not pulling with your hands, so your hands there just to lightly take some of the weight of your head, but not pulling your head forward. And again, really trying to move through your ribs. Last 3. Breathing out on the way up, in on the way down. Last 1. And coming back. Good. So straight over to the other side. Fingertips hovered, shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in to prepare. Breathing out, curl up and across. Again, just check your neck remains in neutral. Pelvis is neutral as well here, so your lower back should be quite quiet. And again, you should just be feeling your obliques and your abs doing the work. Last couple. And then back to the middle. Good. Bring your knees in towards your tummy for a stretch. Keep hold of your right knee, let your left leg stretch away. And change legs. Okay, so second set, for those of you who want to, you can work a bit harder. If you just want to work on with your feet down as we just did then that's absolutely fine. Your challenge for your second set is to go both legs into tabletop. If you want somewhere halfway, do 5 with one leg up and then switch with the other leg up. Otherwise, we're going to glue feet and knees together, double tabletop. Check your feet aren't too low. Although if you're getting tired out here, then you can do that, shorten the lever. Okay, so we're going to go hands either long or behind your head. And we're going to go for 15 crunchies, okay? Now we're warmed up. So, breathing in to prepare. Really work on your upper body control. Off we go. So first 5, really work on that technique. Fingers long, sliding towards, sliding away from you. Okay, next 5. Okay, and we've got 5 more. So last 5, trying to relax into it. Really trying to hold the upper body position as your shoulders, maybe your head and neck get a little bit tired. Maintaining that while we're feeling the upper abs starting to burn. Last 2. And 1. Coming back down, hug your knees in. Good work, just take your knees side to side. Okay, so we've got the obliques as well. Again, you can either 3 levels, feet down. You can go one leg into tabletop. So we're going to hand position, we're all going to have hands behind your head. And then intermediate is float the opposite leg into tabletop and then back down and reverse to the other side. If you're feeling tough today, again, we're going to have your legs up. This time we're going to go feet hip width apart though. And we're going to curl up and across and then back down. Right, so get yourself set. We're going to do 20, 10 to either side. And off you go. 3, 4. Okay, so checking in with your technique, check you're not gripping with your fingertips or pulling with your arms. Okay, burns starting to kick in, nearly halfway. For those of you who want to, on your last 10, you can add in a bicycle crunchy. So you're going to stretch one leg away, and the aim is to tap your elbow towards your knees if you can. Last 4, I think. 3, 2, 1, and coming back down. Good. I hate those. They must be doing some good. So left knee towards tummy, right leg away. And I think my knees were moving more at the end rather than my abs. Okay, switch legs again. And then if you've got something handy while we're on our back, let's go for a hamstring stretch. Just while your abs recover. Stretching the other leg away. I still feel my legs tired from the standing exercises at the start. Okay, so next section is going to be upper body. We do some easy mobility first of all, and then we'll gradually make it a little bit heavier. Change legs. Okay, good. So coming over onto your front. We go small head cushion, and as we normally do in this position, we're just going to wake the upper back up first of all. So elbows out wide and hands wide as well. Elbows about shoulder height, fingertips are going to be slightly above your head. Any dodgy shoulders, you can do the exercises with your arms down by your side. We're going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, push your hips towards the floor, shoulders down away from your ears, and hover through your breastbone and your forehead. Breathing in to hold at the top, and then breathing out to come back down. Relaxing your shoulders. So repeat again, we're going to set the shoulder blades, push your hips to the floor, lengthen away. So palms and elbows are gently on the floor. Try not to grip through your hands, but there'll be a little bit of pressure through the wrists. And the palms coming back down and relax. Exhale again. Okay, at the bottom, relax the shoulders as you breathe in to prepare, and then exhale, lift up. Inhale at the top, and then breathing out to come back down. Okay, one more. And then we're going to take it into the cobra stretch on the next one. So you may want to start with your hands a little bit higher. Palms stay down. And we extend the elbows, which will take you into a slightly deeper stretch. Coming back down. Okay, and repeat. So at the top, just check shoulders down away from the ears. Try and bring the ribs in a little bit, which will help you really focus through the area between your shoulder blades. That's where we're trying to get the mobility. Remember, your thoracic spine is where your ribs come out of. So you've got 12 ribs. And that means that that bit of your spine naturally, as well as being a little bit rounded, doesn't move quite as much as the neck and the lower back. So we're trying to convince it that it does want to maintain some movement rather than just be stuck rigid all the time. Okay, one more. And coming back down. Okay, let's take our spine the other way. So coming into Shell stretch. Okay, and then coming back down onto your front. So, if you're happy with your fingertips under your forehead, for the lifts here, you can. Otherwise, you can go arms down by your side and work in this position. Hands under your forehead, I'm going to get rid of my head cushion for this bit. My fingertips are going to be my head cushion. So, going to have to push a little bit more through your hips to stabilise through your lower back. Breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, hover. Breathing in to hold. Shoulders down away from your ears, elbows wide. And then breathe out to come back down. Breathe in at the bottom. And then breathe out, set the shoulder blades, hover up. So nose is nodded down on here. I'm not looking up. So back of my neck is being controlled. And then coming back down. And repeat. And if you're happy there at the top, we're going to go letter T with the arms folding in and then back down. And repeat. So really thinking of the arms, shoulders down away from your ears, really long through the elbows and the fingertips, and then coming back down. Okay, one more of whichever version you're doing. And we'll come back into shell stretch number 2. On this one, we're going to go elbows together, wrists together, palms together, fingers pointed. Keep the wrists down, don't let them pop up. As you sit back, keep the elbows together. So no coming apart of the elbows. My wrists are starting to come up there, so I've got to really stretch the wrists straight again. And you should get a nice stretch through your shoulder blades. And if your hands are down, your wrists are straight, and your elbows together, you're not feeling much of a stretch. Congratulations, because you can't be that tight through your upper back, so well done. Okay, so we're going to go on to the full version of breaststroke now, if you want to. Otherwise, you've got 2 different versions. So quick recap. If your upper back's getting tired and you just want to do some arm work, then actually that's your first one. Second one is to lift up here. Third one is what we were doing. Fourth one is T position. Okay, and I will demonstrate breaststroke. So breaststroke, we breathe out to hover. Breathing in, and then I'm going to breathe out to push my arms forward. I lower slightly, but I'm still hovered. And then I breathe in as I come back up. So imagine you're going through the water. You're breathing out because you're out of the water. As you breathe out, you push through the water. And you breathe in to come back out. Again, if you haven't done this one for a while, or you've not done it before, maybe not the best time to do it. Work on maybe the T position first of all. If you've been doing the T position for a long time and you're happy with it, then you can work on the breaststroke. You do have to push quite hard through your hips towards the floor. So your lower back is neutral, and you've got to work hard to control through your neck as well. Any shoulder problems, don't do this one. We're going to do 2 more. So 1, breathing out. 2. Coming back up. Good, excellent work. So, Side shell stretches. So right hand right side of the mat with your left hand on top. Okay, change sides. And then coming back to the middle. Good. How are we doing? Right, so we are going to go for side plank. Okay. Trying to work out which slightly heavier one to give you. If you know you don't like the side plank, so it's too heavy for you, or you've just had enough, you can work on some side leg lifts. Okay, so I'll be kind and give you a variation. Side plank. So we will start with your elbow under your shoulder. Again, dodgy shoulders, probably best stick into the leg lifts, okay? So dead straight line, feet, knees, hips, shoulders in a straight line, shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to start with the version on your knees, to be kind. So chop yourself back off at the knees, and then taking the weight through the elbows, going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're just going to lift the hips off the floor, and then breathe in to come back down. So for those of you who just want to work on the technique, don't worry how high you lift, maybe just do a tiny lift and then back down, and a tiny lift and then back down, okay? For those of you who are confident with it, you can bring your arm over the top and then come back. We're breathing out. So long lines at the top, imagine a bit of string pulling you up by your hair, and then come back up. Okay, and then if you're happy there, you can keep your hips up, hips forward, straight line, and the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then coming back. Good. Okay, let's change sides. So some of you again be doing the leg lifts. If you're doing the side plank, then I always think it's good to get in a straight line first of all, and then bring your knees behind you. Just helps get your technique better. Breathing in to prepare. Shoulders down away from your ears first of all, and then relax. So we don't go up yet. Just work on getting the shoulders and your head and neck in the right position. And then you can add in some small lifts and back down. And then as soon as you're happy, add in your arm movement. You can see a lot of arms waving back at me on the screen. There's quite good silhouettes there as well, actually. Looking good on this one, guys. Okay, if you want to stay up for the last 5. 3, 4, and 5. Coming back down. Good. Okay, so we've got time for one more set of those, you'll be pleased to know. So you can change sides again. And if you want to work a bit harder, then your next level is legs out straight. But if you found the other one challenging, just be sensible, work at your comfortable level. So either on your knees, or you might still be doing your leg lifts, or full version. So again, first one, you're just going to set your shoulders, check that you're in a straight line, and then relax. And the next one, we're going to lift up and coming over. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then last challenge, if you want to, you can hold it up for the last 5. So count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back down. Good. Okay, last one on the other side. So choose your level, pick a level, any level. Shoulders down away from your ears for the first one. Get yourself set. Breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, coming up and over. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you want to on the last one, we're going to hold it up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Okay, that's the heavy stuff over. So coming onto your back, we have a little stretch to finish with. So into your rest position, and you can go palms out to the side on this one, arms out with your palms face up. You've done the hard work, so just slow your breathing down. Think about the points of contact with the floor, so the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your elbows and your wrists, through the base of your spine and through your feet. You're going to breathe in through the side and back of the ribs. And as you breathe out, just see if you can sink into those bases of support that are in contact with the floor. And on your next one, we're going to take your knees slowly over towards the right side. Left foot is piggybacking on the right knee, on the right foot. Knees are together. Keep your shoulder blades down behind you on the floor. Breathe in at the end. Breathe out, slowly unwind. And then repeat to the other side. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to come back. So we're going to do one more over to the right. And in this position, you can, if you want to, if your backs are fine, you can extend your top leg to deepen the stretch a little. And actually, you can turn your head away from your legs as well if you want to. Okay, so slowly unwinding, fold the foot back in, back to the middle, and repeat to the other side. Okay, slowly folding back in, and back to the middle. Good. Okay, so over onto your sides, and coming back up into standing with a reverse roll up. And coming back up to in your own time, and then coming back up to face the front. Coming back to the middle. Good. Okay, so let's just finish with finding our middle position. So we go feet hip width apart. Remember at the start we just really focused on letting the toes relax into the floor, so hopefully they're just taking your weight nicely now. Got the long line from your heels, through your hips, through your ribs, through your shoulders, through the top of your head. And again, just finishing with the out breath, letting any tension flow away through your body, relaxing through the shoulders, elbows and wrists. away through the thighs and through the feet. And hopefully now the whole body feeling nicely balanced, nicely elastic, warmed up, and slightly worked out. Definitely did abs, legs got a go at the start, and upper body got a nice stretch at the end. So ready to face the rest of the day. Thank you very much. I am now going to stop the recording.